We here. It's Triple T Media. Today I got photographer. You get a number of money shots. That's why they call them all money shots. Let them know a little bit about them.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? My name is Vernon Ray, and they call me All Money Shots, aka I used to be Mr. CMP, but today I'm All Money Shots, man. You know what I mean, I don't know what you really want to know about me, but I can get a little winded. So long-winded is what I meant. But yeah, Vernon Ray, 38 years old. I just had a birthday, May 3rd. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? I like long walks in the park. Favorite color is red.
Trying to
black.
make a date video, know what I'm saying?
And if you like yellow boys, I'm your man. Nah.
So yeah, tell people a little bit background about you. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta get your whole life story, but like your story into becoming a photographer.
Man, that's funny, man. I tell this story a lot. It seems like. Yeah, I remember when I first started this whole situation. I've been shooting since 2008, right? Shooting since 2008, and I can remember back when everybody that I told I wanted to be a photographer to they expressed to me like, "Yo, Vern, go ahead and get a real job, man. Like, why would you even think to even become a photographer?" Believe it or not, I was just coming home from prison in 2008, and that was a really big adjustment for me, as a first time offender. Had violent charges, unfortunately, and things just wasn't really easy transitioning from coming from jail to hitting the streets, because everything that I was experiencing was along the lines of me comparing myself to everybody else and feeling like I had to catch up. And it was definitely something that was depressing and hard to handle at the time, man.
I understand it.
And jail can do one or two things. It can build you up or it can break you down. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of what type of human being you might think you are, trauma seems to follow after a situation, something like that. So in 2008, when I started this business, I definitely was very ambitious. You know what I'm saying? I didn't take no for an answer. And I just felt like nobody could really tell me that this isn't what I could be doing. You know what I mean? I didn't really know how lucrative it could be, or how much it would be needed in the near future. But I just knew it was an additional way for me to express myself creatively. So, man, let me see. Moving forward from 2008, when I finally got into the game, I met a friend of mine that I was locked up with at this ex-offender program that I frequent. It was called the Fathers Initiative Program. You ever heard of it before?
I think I did. Yeah,
Okay. Well, Fathers Initiative Program was a program that allowed ex-offenders to kind of reintegrate themselves back into society. And they would teach you different types of skills and stuff like that, skill sets, and resume building down to just interviewing without being this big aggressive person around people who wasn't really comfortable in those situations. It taught us a whole lot, man. I just went through this program, but when I came through one day, I remember this guy. His name was Sport, one of my walkies, man. He's somebody I walked the track with when I was upstate, and hung with or whatever. But this guy, man, listen, he was a real cool, fly dude, man. I can remember having my camera. What was that? You farted? What was that? That don't sound like a fart. You holding it in and let it squeeze out real tight. But anyway, see,
it's all right. That's behind the camera.
Yeah, they fart back there. Don't even worry about that. A little bit fart. That was you got to get that together. I'm just saying. Nah, but I met my man Sport, man. He's a good dude. And Sport, he was always this real energetic rapper that I knew upstate. Really knew how to capture the crowd all the time. So he come in one day. He got this chain on and swinging and playing. I said, "Damn, this boy must be out here. He lit." I just want to be like, I want to know what you into. You know what I'm saying? What you got going on, brother? You know what I'm saying? So he said, "Hey, man, I'm next door doing a photo shoot for this magazine. I said, magazine? You kidding me, man? A magazine? You about to be in a magazine? He was like, yeah, I'm about to be in a magazine. I said, that's dope, man. That's real dope. Listen, I would like to, come through and see what's up. He said, sure, come on through. So we was on 8th and Market. And on 8th and Market, it was these lofts. I never even knew they was there. So I just, if you ain't about certain types of lifestyles, you don't even know certain things exist.
That's true.
I walk past this thing getting off the L every time. Oh, shoot. I haven't got no business looking to the right. Yeah. I had no idea what was in this building. Yep. So he took me in that building. I remember walking in there. It smelled different. The air conditioning was different.
Oh, different ride.
Listen, we got on the elevator. The music was different. I'm like, yo, this is decent. Like, I'm just coming home. And I just wasn't really experiencing a lot of things. Yeah. So it was new for me. So we get on the elevator. I remember getting closer to the floor. Boom, 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 boom. I'm hearing music. I'm like, oh, this shit crazy. Hey, what's going on? He like, yeah, you wait until you see. Chain still swinging like this. Wait until you see. I'm like, all right, bet. So we get off the elevator. I see the lights under the door. I hear the music. I'm like, oh, this shit must be going down. What's going on? That's it. He cracked the door. Boom, 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 boom. All this music. I see one nigga in the front. He editing a video. Another dude in the kitchen, they whipping it up. They got artwork everywhere. You know what I'm saying? All the way to the far end with a big, tall, floor-to-ceiling window. I see the models doing like this, doing like that. I see 2 photographers over there popping off. The lights is going. I'm just like, I didn't know what to feel. My soul was feeling fulfilled. I said, this is it. This is what I want to do. This is dope. I just was like overwhelmed with just excitement because I didn't know this even exists. This lifestyle exists. So I met people like Greg Johnson, King Saladin, my man Brian Anderson. You know what I'm saying? The owner of the magazine. God damn, what's my brother's name? What's his name? God damn, I forgot his name, but we'll get back to it. But I met the young brother Naviel Scott. Remember Naviel? Naviel Scott. Couple other cats that was in there, you know what I mean? Like this is how I initially met these people. So I'm in there, I'm sitting there, I'm talking with the owner. His name Jay Street, that's his name. Oh, shout out to Jay Street, man. You know what I'm saying? All the other names that I mentioned. But Jay Street, he was like, yeah, this is what we doing, this Philly Bread magazine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, why? But giving me the game of what was going on. I met everybody, you know what I'm saying? And it was just all she wrote from there. So back to my story, man. When I got an opportunity to go into that loft, a friend of mine took me into the loft where they had a magazine company called Philly Bread Magazine. And this loft, it was a dope situation back in like 2009. You know what I'm saying? 2009 maybe to 2010, 11ish, I believe. But when I met the owner of Philly Bread Magazine, it was a dope experience, man. They opened their arms to me right away, man. I met him and I was like, hey, what do I have to do to work with you guys? And he was like, listen, man, we actually having a team meeting on Sunday. I said, Sunday? He said, I'm like, say less. He said, sure, show up, man, and it'll be history from there. And I sure enough showed up, had an opportunity to meet some amazing people. That day, I met somebody that would never leave my mind or my heart. Her name is Lori Nelson. You know what I'm saying? That was who I was paired up with. She was one of their writers. And as one of their writers, and I was, of course, one of the photographers that was paired with her, we did a numerous amount of assignments where we had the chance to do the nightlife scene. Oh, boy, I was introduced to the nightlife scene.
I know how that scene is.
I know you know how that scene is. And when I tell you about the nightlife scene, shit. That's nice. Man. Look, my first event was it was an all-white party. It was a Donovan McNabb all-white party.
That's what's up.
I feel like you might have been there, bro. I don't know. Nah, you might have been there, man, because I feel like you was. I know I was standing outside. You know how when we do events, you got all them old head photographers that's there, and they be like, excuse me, nigga, excuse me. Young nigga, you got to move, young nigga. Excuse me, we've been around here for a long time. For 40 years we've been doing these photos. No, but there was them dudes outside. I'm like, okay, hey, how y'all doing? All right, now I have my little ass D3000 with a flasher with a SB600 on top of it. I'm like, hey, how y'all doing? How do you get in there? So what are we supposed to do? I just didn't know because they wasn't letting us in right away. Our connect didn't come through get us in like they supposed to. You know, at some certain parties you got to connect.
Yeah.
The person that gets you right on in through the cut the line and everything. So crazy thing is I'm outside, I'm snapping, I'm trying to get my light right, I'm shooting raw and everything dark, and I'm just like, I don't know how to get this light to work. I was still trying to figure it out at the time. Finally, our connect did come through. We gets in the party. You know what I'm saying? I'm standing in front of Charlie Mack, Meek Mill, a couple other individuals. I think it was Miss Cat, and a few other people. It was Meek's birthday that day. So we get in. I got everybody in front of me. I'm about to take the picture. Guess what happens?
I already know.
What happened, man? What happened?
Barry died.
That's exactly what happened.
You didn't have one.
See, look, this is how you know these type of things really happen to us all. The battery died. I'm like, all right, y'all, cool, here we go. Nervous as hell, sweat everywhere. And I always sweat here and here and everywhere. But anyway, I'm over here like, all right, guys, here we go. Nothing. Looked at the joint. Yeah, I looked up at everybody. Everybody like, I'm like, this is some bull. I said, y'all not gonna believe this. Ha 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 ha. The battery died. Everybody was like, oh. Yeah. So large lesson learned. Big lesson learned there, man. Well, that was like one of my first big lessons to learn. Always have extra batteries.
Yeah.
I learned that lesson today.
I learned that lesson. I learned that lesson plenty of times.
Yeah. So that was a real crazy thing. So that was really how. That's probably like my first real experience being out and about in the club scenes and all that. But as time went on, you know, I told you again, I met this young cat named Navio Sky. Yeah. He eventually introduced me to the club scene. The other side. You know, I started working at Pinnacle Nightclub. And at Pinnacle Nightclub, I ended up, the crazy thing is I ended up taking his job. That was the wild part. Shout out to Navio Sky. Yeah, shout out. You know what I'm saying? But he know the story. He definitely know the story. I came in working with Concrete Brand and PC, Marweez at the time, Coco and all of them. I had the opportunity to work with them, and them guys was like, hey, man, we like the way you move. You know what I'm saying? We want to bring you on. And they definitely brought me on board on their team. And I just started maneuvering around the city with them guys, man. At the same time with them, I was maneuvering around the city with the magazine. At the same time with the magazine, I started working with so many other entities, man, and it just built up my popularity. You know, I was able to get my first studio, probably in like 2011, which was in my apartment.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, and that's where like All Money Shots was created.
All right.
That's where Mr. CMP was created. Okay. That's where the 40 for 40 was created.
That's what's
up. We'll get into that a little later down the line.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? But
So was photography something that you naturally learned how to do, or somebody taught you like from step to step, like this the button you should use, or zoom in and out and lighting and stuff like that?
It's a great question, man. Great question. I'm a self-taught photographer like many, you know, but creatively, my creativity didn't just come out of nowhere. You know, I was an artist through high school. You know, portrait painter. I used to do I started off with oil paints, and I used to do like a lot of portraits or paint what I see type of things. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
It went from that to doing pen and paper, pen and ink. Excuse me, I got Belgian. Excuse me, damn wings from earlier.
Belgian commercial.
Hot dog bunch from the pretzel factory thing was good earlier. Shout out to the pretzel factory, man. But anyway, yeah. So I'm an artist, so I draw. Like that was my thing. That was my passion, man. I'm talking about being creative at every given moment, man. And it was something that was instilled in me as a young kid, man. Believe it or not, this is how I got into art before even photography, right? I used to take pictures even back then when I was a kid. But my dad, one day, right, I remember sitting in his room, cluttered room on the 3rd floor at his mother's house. You know what I'm saying? But his mom passed the house on to him. But sitting in his room on the 3rd floor, I remember he drew a horse on a piece of construction paper. Right? And this horse that he drew on a piece of construction paper, I thought I was so fascinated by this freaking horse. I remember it was on like a red piece of construction paper. How many of y'all remember red construction paper that was this big and was just like awkwardly cut, but it was just big to
That's
you?
from the good old days.
That's what I'm saying. You used to grab a crayon, write red on red. It didn't matter. You just was wanting to draw. So he drew this horse on his construction paper, and I was so fascinated by it. I said, damn, that's a horse. So he had like a stack of construction paper under his couch in his room. And I remember sneaking in his room, stealing the construction paper, and taking the one he had that already drew the horse on. I sat it next to it, and I would draw this horse over and over and over and over again until it went from a regular horse to a black horse to a unicorn to a motherfucking dragon. I just started making stuff up after that.
Straight from the horse to the dragon.
Listen, I'm telling you, my thing was, it fascinated me so much and it grabbed my interest so much. I was young, and it took me there creatively. It started to show in my work in school. Art class became more like math class for me. You know what I'm saying? For those, it was like a necessity, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? It was something that was needed. I felt like to grow. I performed my best when I was doing what I loved. You know what I'm saying? And when I had art in my life, it just was it. You know, my family, they love music. A lot of them are artistically inclined and stuff like that. So it just did something for me. So to answer your question, I was self-taught. I was self-taught because creatively it was just in me. So I could have picked up anything and just did it and loved it just as equal.
That's what's up.
Cut that joint down? No, just cut it down. Close that motherfucker. Excuse my language. Sorry about that. You can cut this whole part out. You can cut this whole part out, man. I apologize.
It's alright.
Oh, man. Oh, God. See? My bad, man. Just tonight.
It's cool.
All right, my fault. Let me get that off of there.
So, do you think, like, as a photographer, you think it's best for photographers to go through classes, or is it best just to learn it from, like, another photographer?
So, another phone call. Sorry. So, ask the question one more time so that's just for your video.
So basically, like, you think photography is something that should be learned through a classroom or from like an experienced photographer? It's basically like opinion.
Well, the way that I see it is that if you are a photographer, I think that the best way to really learn is through experience.
Okay.
But to understand the basics of how your camera works, you know what I'm saying, what you should do under certain circumstances, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? What to do under certain circumstances come with experience. I would suggest having a mentor or somebody that have been through it to be able to walk you through that. But to actually learn the technical part of photography, class is cool, but if the class isn't hands-on and really putting you in a place where you can actually experience it for yourself, then I think that may not be the best way to learn. Because for a long time, cats would go to school and be in a classroom and learning pen and ink, like just to kind of like see it in black and white. That's not effective enough for us today in 2021. A lot of people are hands-on learners, and they need to really get in the mud and see what it's like to get on that phone, get that little stank on them.
Yeah, because like certain situations, the book ain't gonna teach you like
heck no.
Like the battery situation, the book ain't gonna teach you that.
Oh, you got to be embarrassed. You got to go through that hurt. That's the same thing with like just your light, not having a proper type of equipment, your audio, not knowing that you plug your audio into your headphone jack, and not your microphone jack, and then you get no sound. Like that's crazy too when doing video. On the photo side, shooting a situation and forgetting what it looks like when your memory card is working or not working, and you done snapped all the whole moment just passed, and you're like, I didn't even take a picture.
Yeah.
So that's horrible, man. So to answer that question, man, I think that it really depends on the shooter, the type of work that you're trying to do.
Okay.
But I just also ultimately think that educating yourself as a photographer is just important altogether, man. Yeah. Really figuring out what it is that you want as a shooter, and taking the proper steps to get there. You know what I mean? I talk about this all the time. Understanding where you want to be from where you are. That way you can take the proper steps to get there. So you got to make sure that everything that you do aligns with that ending goal. Okay. You know? Yeah. So yeah, man. Educate yourself and get out there, get that hands-on experience. Okay. That's how you get great.
All right. So was it any time in the moments of photography that you felt like maybe photography not working out for me, or like do you get like any discouraged becoming a photographer, or as you went on?
Yeah, everybody do, man. You know, we all run into those times where we want to give up and we want to just kind of let this shit go.
Yeah.
We can cuss on here, right?
Yeah, you
all right,
cuss.
cool.
You cuss. I say we're grown men.
These motherfuckers, goddamn shit. But we all get to that depressing point where we want to give up. Yeah. And man, I ran down that road many times. Absolutely. You know, because there are so many people that just pray on your downfall. Yeah. They want to see you lose. They don't want to see you get up or get better than them. And you gotta remember, man, confidence in you, loving you, all of those things matter. Yeah. You gotta believe in you more than anybody could ever believe in you.
That's true.
And you gotta walk like it.
That's true.
Talk like it and not be afraid to be it.
That's true.
You know, we be so busy worrying about everybody else's feelings that we allow how people feel about us to alter what we do, how we do what we do. So again, man, I used to have days where I just be like, man, fuck this. I can't do this no more.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? They got to respect my name. I'm going to kill somebody. Like, that's how I used to be. I'm going to kill. I have to just punch this nigga. Like, and you just get like that because you're like, I don't know what else to do. Yeah. And, you know, the society that we grew up in, how we used to express ourselves when we were confused, hurt, abused, angry, we would turn violent. You know what I'm saying? That's just definitely not the way to go. Yeah. So, you know, man, you better believe I had them down days.
Yeah, I feel you. Same here.
Yeah, just the way to get through them was just to believe in myself, man, more than anybody.
So, it's the last question. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you up too long. I know you got dates and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Say no, but this is a little fun question. So, I know you took a lot of photos, a lot of events, a lot of celebrities. So, what's some of your top moments on photography?
It's a good question. Some of my top moments, and I feel like I want to check for this one. If I name you, nah. Some of my top moments, man. I want to say Vernon Blanc.
Okay.
Vernon Blanc was a really, really great experience, and I didn't do photography there. I did video at Vernon Blanc. Shout out to the team, Kyrie Terrell, and the rest of the Miami Philly team. I'm gonna say Vernon Blanc. I'm gonna say shooting at the DNC.
All right.
Just having the access, man. We had all the access, a bunch of different access passes. You know what I'm saying? That was really dope. Being an official photographer for the Philadelphia Soul.
So okay, that's what's up. Yeah.
Official photographer for Philadelphia Soul for 3 years in a row. Shout out to the Soul. I got many highlighted moments, man. You know, Powerhouse for the first time being one of the official videographers for Powerhouse, and it was only 2 of us.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? I was one of them.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? On the stage and off the stage, in the crowd, all access, everything. You know what I'm saying? Working with Q. I mean, Q Deezy. Shout out to Q. You know what I mean? Had the opportunity to work with him with the Q show early on, before the Q show even was a thing.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, my big bro, Cosmic Kev, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been working with Cosmic Kev for almost 8 years.
That's what's up.
7 or 8 years. years, bro. That's a long time.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? Shooting the come up show. And I guess more importantly, one of the biggest highlighted moments of my career was when I was able to bring my son along with me to most of those jobs. And the look in his eyes, bro.
Yeah,
to be like,
I bet. Yeah, I can picture it.
My dad is the man. Like that feeling.
Yep.
And the thing is, being the man to anybody else didn't matter.
Yep.
But being a man to my young boy, that made me feel like, if I rule the world, imagine that. Yo, listen, when I tell you, that feeling can't be matched.
Yeah, it can't.
So that's just the highlights of my career. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Being blessed to be able to have an opportunity to give game, give love, and put other people in positions. You know what I'm saying? Those things are the most fulfilling for me in my career as a photographer, content creator, videographer, whatever label you want to give it. So that's that, man.
That's that. So it's your boy Triple T Media. Thank Vernon, All Money Shots, inviting me out to his spot. You know what I'm saying? So we can get this interview done. And appreciate the time you took the interview.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you for having me on, brother. I mean, I wish you much success with this.
Same to you. I look up to all photographers because I just like the creative behind photographers and all the images they do and stuff like that. It's one of the ones I look up to.
Man, appreciate it, brother. Real rap, man. So listen, y'all, I'm gonna just say this. You know what I'm saying? This young brother, he's a hard worker, man. I'm talking about he's around everywhere. Somebody look up to me. Look up to him. He everywhere. I don't know how he get all his access, but he out here. He be popping off at all the biggest events, man. So make sure y'all check him out, support him, show him as much love as possible. And just stay tuned for these episodes. What's going on? This is Vernon Ray, aka All Money Shots on Instagram. Please make sure you check me out on Instagram, All Money Shots, or look me up on Google at Creative Mind Productions. All right? And if you're looking to do something dope as far as some photos or videos, or even figure out a cool way to be able to create content for your business or product or service, whichever way you might want to look at it, please check me out. All right? So I hope you guys had a good time checking us out here with Triple T Media. Yeah. Check him out right away.
No stop.